Ryan Kent looks as if what the latest story is Burnley are having a wee look at him. There'll be other clubs in there because is he a good free, Ruffy?
He's a £7 million free. You know, I think when Rangers got him, as soon as they got him, they were putting out there he could be a £12 million player, you know, eventually. But for a free, yep, it'd be interesting to see if Rangers come out and say we are actively trying to keep a hold of him, because they'll have these clubs that you're talking about are interested in him, will be giving them big bucks.
I think that's gone though. I don't think there's any chance of him signing a deal with Rangers now.
No, but I would like to think that they would tell the Rangers supporters, look, we're trying our best. You know, they're not just going to let him leave and lose all that money without actually trying to tell the fans that we did try our best, and obviously he wants to get down south.
Well, they might have paid $7 million for him about 5 years ago, back in 2018. Give us your overall assessment, Tam, on whether he's been a success or a failure. 40 goals in 140 matches, 3 goals in 43 games this year against Kilmarnock, Celtic and Hearts, 10 assists this season. He only scored 3 goals last season.
I think if you're judging him purely on numbers, goals and assists, which a lot of people do now, you know, statisticians and whatever, I don't think he's been great, but I think he's a very, very good football player. It's a weird one, Peter, because sometimes I look at him and he looks electric, he goes by people and you get off your seat and then you get back in your seat quickly. I think he's one of the players, Peter, where he gets you off your seat and you're back in it within 2 seconds because he'll hit the ball over the bar, he'll cross it and hit the first man. I think top end championship, or maybe a club like Burnley getting promoted is the peak of where he's going to get to.
Take the stats out of it. You're talking about you think he's a good player.
I think he is a really good player.
Has he been a consistently good player over the 5 years?
I think he started well at Rangers. I think you just said it there, but 6 goals in the last 2 seasons at Rangers, miles off it for a guy who's playing for Rangers, you know, and they're dominating most games every week. I don't think it's enough. Maybe Burnley or whoever it is in England will get a better tune out of him in terms of goals and assists, but he's going down to play against better players down there in the harder league, so it's not going to be as easy as it's been up here. So listen, I think the Rangers fans,
give us a mark out of 10 then.
7. He's a 7 out of 10 for me.
Wow, I think he's borderline 6. I don't think he wins games, Ruffy. He doesn't kill teams.
He doesn't turn up.
He looks as if he's going to win games. He looks as if,
I'm saying, he flatters the deceiver.
On a day, you make the first 5 or 10 minutes, you go, oh, here we go. A wee bit like, I think he's a better player than the guy I'm going to talk about.
Well, don't mention somebody who's a better player than him.
No, not a better player. Mickey Johnson. When Mickey Johnson comes on the park, I go, wow, here we go.
Yeah.
No, he's going to do something special. And I think Ryan Kent's the same. He'll have his day, and when he's on his day, he's good to watch. I mean, he is the kind of player, if you're a supporter, you want on the ball and you want to see him doing something special, and he would get you off your seat, but the consistency level's not there. I don't know the boy personally, but I think his problem is, I'm not saying he's a shy boy, but I don't think he oozes a confidence. He's no cocky like Tam.
There's no gallus.
You know, there's no gallus. There's no, I'm Ryan Kent, I'm going to rip you to bits here. You know, I've got all the skill in the world. He seems to be the kind of player that if he's not playing well, he goes into a sort of a shell.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't
That's
get
not good for a winger, is it?
No, I know. But some players are like that.
Yeah.
You know, when they're hot. When they're not, they're off the park.
Yeah, I look at him and I think, you know, and a lot of people are saying 5 out of 10. There's nothing against the boy. I just think like you, if he's got the talent, you've got to be told, even if you're an arm round the shoulder.
Fulfilling his potential at the minute.
You've got to turn around. The manager's got to say to him, listen, by the way, you are a match winner. You potentially, if the skill that you've got to be able to either get to the byline and find the cross, or if you are cutting in, you must hit the target. And more often than not, he'll cut in from the left onto his right, boom, it's over the top of the bar. He did that in one of the previous Old Firm games, and you could actually just hang your hat on it. Whereas I think it's like Andy Robertson when he wasn't getting in the Liverpool side when he first moved there, and he said he went to Jurgen Klopp, chapped the door, and says, look, what do I have to do to get into this team, and what do I have to do to stay in this team? And Jurgen Klopp just basically said, your crossing, your delivery, your keeping possession must be better at this level. And he stayed behind and practiced. And you know, nobody is beyond learning and putting the hours in.
Listen, I think he's 26. You know, he should be coming at the peak years of his career. You know, I think 26, 27, 28, you're at your peak. So he's coming into those peak years of his career, but his end product's got to be better. You know, as I said to you, he'll go by 3 or 4 players and you think, wow, and then he'll hit the first man, and it must be really frustrating for Rangers fans going to Ibrox, you know, and he has produced it in some big. He scored a few goals against Celtic in big games, but he doesn't do it enough for the level of ability he's got.
I think he may have scored 2.
I think he scored more than that. Peter. I think he scored a few at Parkhead. I think that for the level of ability he's got and talent, he should be in the top 3 or 4 player a year every season, and he's not been.